Hello, hello. I'm trying to find my screen there. Turn my screen off. Right then, scallywags and scallywagesses. We're live. This is the bonus class, it's kind of like if you want to ask a question, I can try and give you an answer about Taekwondo. Yeah? Maybe I can ask you questions. Maybe you don't use the keyboard and don't read it off the walls and bits of paper and stuff. That Thomas jumping around again. What do you feed him? Easter eggs. Hair's getting long. It's time for a cut. Give me the scissors. Who will be on? Right then, if you're on the Facebook and the YouTube, good afternoon. Jay's in. Took ages to write that, Jay. Jay's hashtag live on Zoom. George is hashtag live on Zoom. Noah, also. Harvey, also. Who else was there? There was somebody else hovering. I thought there were 5 of these scallywags. Oh, no, maybe the 5th one was me. Right then. So, have you got a question about your Taekwondo? Because this is the time to ask, isn't it? This is the bonus class where you can ask a question. Well, we've got a hand up already. Noah, go on then, fire away. You're first because you've got your hand up. Then it's got to be George, Jay, or Harvey. Come on.
Is no rising block one single move, or is it 2 different?
Right, it's 2 separate moves, but it's in continuous motion. Right, so when you've done one, you continue into the second one. Not all the time, but in Dangun you do.
Like,
right?
If one counts, it goes 1.
Yeah, but remember it stops as well. Don't go 1. So it's not like you're brushing the floor and then blocking their nose. Yeah? You have to block their leg as well. Yeah, so you really hammer on the leg and then hammer on the arm or the nose or whatever's in the way. That's it. Okay? So that's continuous motion. There are other continuous motions. What else was I going to say about that? I can't remember what I was going to say about that now. There's something in my head there, but it doesn't matter, it's gone. So, yeah, good question, that. Continuous motion. But if we're in the pattern, I think this is good. When we're in the pattern, why is my hand there? It should be good. When we go on the next count, so from near the end, the last 4 moves, we're in a high punch. Hana! Yeah? So that's, if I shout Hana, because it's continuous, boom, boom, you do that in 1 count. So it might be, well, in Dangun's case, we've got the twin forearm block. 2, set, yeah, counted, and you do the 2 in 1 count. Yeah, nice. Another question. What about George? You're the senior grade. George, have you got a question about Jungun? No? Have you got any sticky bits in Jungun where you like a little bit of help? Like how to cut your hair? Just thinking. No worries. Jay, you're next. You've had time to think. No? Harvey, you're next.
The step sparring.
Yeah? What about it?
The 2, so the 2 step sparring 1, 2.
Yeah? All on video? Yeah? What specifically about that do you want to know?
Well, I can't really get it like correct. I keep on getting stuck on.
Yeah? All right, Ava had the same question as Noah. Hopefully that answers it, Noah. Yeah, so the thing about the step sparring is you've got to practice it. That's all it is. At the end of the day, you've got to do it to remember it. Yeah? And if you say out loud what it is you're doing, that helps as well. because then it's a connection with when I say it. 2 steps barring number 1. Jumbi. You might bow, but that's it. And then Sija, or my count 1, 2. You know how that happens. 2. Arrow. Jumbi. Sija. Middle inner forearm block. X is downward. So it doesn't drop down here. It only comes to solar plexus height because the kicks go into there. So you block it and then punch. Right? So that's the question about 2 steps barring. You just got to do it. You've got to get the video, even if you're sitting down in a car and you're able to use the tablet or the phone. You can go onto the video and watch it. It doesn't mean you have to do it all the time, but if you're watching it, you'll want to do it. Yeah, I can't not do it. When I start watching it, if I start watching 3-step, 2-step, or a pattern, I'd have to get up and start doing it. There's nothing will stop me, even if I'm on a train. If I'm driving, I wouldn't be watching in the first place, so don't be funny. Yeah? But if I'm sat watching it, I'll have to get up and do it. I'll itch to get up and do it. So you should do the same thing. It'll encourage you then to train. You watch the video. Right? Jay, you're far too close to the screen. I can see your retina. Right? Any other questions? No questions? Come on. So I'm going to ask Jay, what's the meaning of blue belt? He's been reading it while I've been talking, so you should know it by now.
Blue belt signifies the heaven towards a cloud that matures into a parent tree training in Taekwondo progresses.
Yeah. Now face the guitars and say it.
Blue belt signifies the heaven towards a cloud that matures into a towering tree training in Taekwondo progresses.
Yeah, very good. I can hear you better when you're facing that way. I don't know why. Signifies the heaven towards which. It's just a posh way of saying going towards, yeah? So that wasn't bad. Towards which plan. What was it? Towards which what?
Blue belt signifies the heaven towards
which
a plant matures into a towering tree training in Taekwondo progresses.
Yeah, very good. Okay, George, red belt. And then I'm going to ask Ava and Noah, what does green belt signify? But George, what's blue belt? Sorry, red belt, not blue, red belt. Red belt signifies have you got a tooth missing? 2 teeth missing. Gee whiz. You're supposed to be in lockdown. You shouldn't be kissing anybody. Eh? You're probably kissing the dog. Were you kissing the dog? You wouldn't be able to see who it was with your hair that long. Could be kissing a goat. Eh? Don't know, you're laughing at Harvey. Eh? What you like with the long hair? Is it the new fashion or something? Lockdown hair. 2021. You don't know, George? Red belt signifies danger. No. Noah, what does green belt signify?
Green belt signifies the plant's growth as Taekwondo skills begin to develop.
Yeah, you're not reading that off somewhere, are you? You were reading it off there. How do you do that? Face the singing.
Now, but not now, but
okay. All right, that's what you. So you had eyes in the back of your head. Okay, that well done. You know that one. How about Ava? Did you know that, Ava? Say what green belt signifies. Oh, green belt signifies what? The green belt signifies the Noah? Plants?
The plants grow as taekwondo skills begin to develop.
Yeah, what he said. What did he say? Can't hear him. Signifies the plant's growth as train. Yeah. Skills begin to develop. There you go. Did you hear that time? I've turned the volume up, but I don't think you can hear it. Skills begin to develop. And the blue belt was heaven and training progresses. The red belt was danger, but we need to know the rest of that, George, at some point. Right? So I'm putting you on the spot here. You're in here, which is really good, because I do put you on the spot. You know you've got to get ready. It's just, if you didn't get a question right, you've got to do 20 press-ups. Yeah? So you can start doing your press-ups now if you didn't get a question right. George is doing his press-ups. Harvey, did you answer a question wrong? Have you answered the question right? What does green belt signify, Harvey? The skills begin to develop. Yeah, good. And then the J, who's hiding behind the keyboard there, is a keyboard warrior, not kicking warrior. What's your pattern called, J?
1 year.
How many moves has 1 yo got?
28.
28. And what does 1 yo mean?
1 year was the noted month when Buddhist and the Silla dynasty in 686 AD.
There you go. Buddhist monk. Oh, George has got his hand up. Thank you, Jay. Well done. J-ster. Very good. And then George-ster.
I remembered what red belt signifies.
Go on then, red belt signifies.
Red belt signifying danger, cautioning the student to exercise control, and warning the opponent to stay alive.
There we go. Well done. You've got to keep that in your head though, eh? You can't forget it. Because I might ask you, I might spring out in Sainsbury's or something from behind the whatever Easter eggs display. George, what does red belt mean? Yeah? So be prepared, basically. Be like a Boy Scout. Right then, any questions from there? Oh, did you get what green belt meant from Jay? Green belt. Or was it Noah? Noah said it. That's all the questions I've got on there. Right, so who's not got their sheet for their grade? Because you can get them on the WhatsApp message that I sent out to everybody, and the one yesterday, and the one before, and the one before that. It's all got links to the syllabus sheets, and it's got links directly to the 2-step videos and the 3-step videos. Yeah, so just ask your mums. It's great because you can go on WhatsApp on their phone. Ask them first, obviously. Click on the link that's in WhatsApp, and it takes you to YouTube. Yeah, unless it's a syllabus sheet and you have to register, but it's free for you guys. You click on the link and you can watch the video there and then on the phone. You've got the phone, you've clicked on the link, you may as well watch it on the phone. Yeah, it's good, that, isn't it? Right. So if Ava's there, Ava, how many moves in your pattern? And what's your pattern called? And what does your pattern mean? That's a question for Ava and any other 8 cups that might be on. Right? Now, if Bebe is there, 9th cups, anybody's 9th cup, you can put in, even if it's a replay, you can put on #replay the answer to what is my pattern called. Yeah? So all 9th cups, write down what your pattern is. In fact, while you're there on YouTube and Facebook, make sure you write the name of the student. And the questions are, what's the name of your pattern? How many moves in the pattern? And what does your pattern mean? You must put your name, right, on the comment. and you put your rank, put your belt in there as well. So I know that you know. I know that you know you're on the right one. Yeah, I think that's Ava. She's not, because it just says Facebook user. I'm guessing. Yeah, Ava's not sure. Can you please say what green? I think I've just said that. So that's Ava. Da 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 da. Yep. Let not shout it out because everyone else will know who's 8th cup. So what does that mean then? What does that pattern mean? What's the meaning of that pattern for yellow belts? Right, George. What's your pattern name? Pardon? And how many moves in that pattern?
32.
And why is your screen gone?
I don't know.
There you are, you're back again, that's all right. And what's the meaning of your pattern?
Blue belt.
No, Jungun. What's the meaning of Jungun?
Jungun is named after the patriot and Jungun, who assassinated the Burmese on who played the leading part in the Korean-Japan merger. He was executed in Lee Sing prison in 1910.
Right. You missed out the dates there. You missed out the dates. But don't worry about it. I'll have to ask you face to face because a lot of you can tell if you know it and how much you know it and how much you're relying on other sources behind the computer. Yeah. George, just where you are now, is your microphone still on?
Yeah.
Right, go back over by the sofa. And what does your pattern mean?
Jungun is named after the patriot and Jungun, who assassinated the Burmese on.
That's all right. Don't worry. Just you gave it a good shot there. Well done. 1876, 1930. I think Harvey's needs to come back in now. Well done, George. You need to practice a bit more, but Harvey, I just gave you a clue there. You put your microphone on.
I'm going to say dates in my password.
Huh?
First time I've made up with them. Oh, no, that's stand up.
Yeah, well, make sure you're on it then. So what's the name of your pattern?
The dose sound.
And what's the meaning of your pattern, Dawson?
Dose.
It's the funny word. It's a pseudonym.
Dose sound is named after the pseudonym.
No, it is the pseudonym.
Is pseudonym of the patriot and Chang.
So you just have to practice then, don't you? If you can't say it, you're not in a text right now. I mean, you've just messed it up in front of everybody on here. So that's like a kick in the pants, isn't it? Really? Yeah. If you get something wrong, it's a kick in the pants, really, and you're getting it wrong in front of me. So I know you have to practice it. Yeah. I know that you have to practice it, so I know to ask you that when it's the grading. Yeah, it's the same with George. You know I'm going to ask you these questions anyway. You know what the questions are, so you need to work out what the answers are. Oh, the answers are written down. Really difficult test, isn't it? Really difficult. When you know what the questions are, you know where the answers are, and all you have to do is memorize them. No trick. There's no trick whatsoever. Here's what you need to know. This is what I'm going to ask you about that, what you know. There's no trick. So why trick or trip yourself up? Why trip yourself up if there's no trick? Make sure you read it. Make sure you memorize it. That's it. Yeah, Noah's got it sussed. Jay's getting it sussed. Harvey, you can do it. I know you can. And George, you can do it. Ava can as well. Because at the last test, you knew it. Or you knew what you had to know. But don't leave it to lastminute.com. Don't leave it to last minute. Because once you do that, leave it to last minute, you're cramming it. You're cramming it in your head. And what happens when you cram something in? It pops out. It doesn't stay in there. Yeah? You have to ease it into the brain, let it settle down, find its little space, find its little home. Oh, it's going to rain. Oh, Dangun's going to sit here. So I know where it is. File Dangun, the file for Dangun. But if I go, right, it isn't anywhere, it's just there and it's popped out somewhere. It'll stay there for a day and then it'll pop out. Right, we're going to call it a day on that one. The class starts in under 5 minutes. So we'll see you there for some Taekwondo. Well done for this. Get some questions ready for next time, because I think the next one's Friday's the last one. I'm asking you questions, or you can ask questions. I will see you in under 5 minutes for the next class. Up to green belt. And then George at 7. Bye for now. See you later, Zeva. Well done. If you've got any questions, pop them there. If you didn't catch what that was, the sheets are there. You can memorize off the sheets. But the green belt, you'll get it easy. It's not difficult. Easy for Ava and anybody else. Yeah. So Ava was the only one on. There are 2 people there, but only one. I don't know who the other one is. They're hiding. See you next class.